The conversion of the Wien Museum is giving Karlsplatz an architectural makeover. But how do you get oversized steel trusses from Carinthia to downtown Vienna? And how do you lift them onto the Oswald Hertel designed building that opened in 1959? The centerpiece of the entire operation was certainly the 600-ton crawler crane with a system length of 84 meters. With a total of 44 transports, all large crane components were brought to the construction site. The Yellow Giant had to be painstakingly erected piece by piece and in extremely confined spatial conditions. The erection of the large crane was precisely timed and followed a strict order. Due to the confined spatial conditions, everything had to take place just in time. A crane parking area, suitable for the crawler crane, was also very important. After all, the Yellow Giant weighed 750 tons in total. For this purpose, the road in the lifting area was completely covered with excavator mats made of hardwood. In order to position the large crane the size of a single-family house in the confined working space between two inner-city buildings and close to an underground shaft, a number of measures were needed. Road closures, numerous stopping restrictions, removal of streetlights, and the relocation of a cycle path. A total of 10 special transports were necessary to bring the different steel trusses from Carinthia to Vienna. These 10 trips were performed with 7 different equipment combinations, where the largest transport unit was a 4-axle tractor with a 14-axle heavy-duty combination. This hauled the largest piece with a width of 6.4 meters, a length of 40 meters, and a unit weight of 108 tons. The resulting transport dimensions were even more impressive: 47.5 meters long, 6.4 meters wide, 4 meters high, and a total weight of just under 200 tons. In addition to carrying out the transport, the Prangl specialists were also responsible for the entire route planning. the comprehensive approval process, and all reconstruction measures along the transport route. The preliminary work for this spectacular undertaking began already in March 2021. Initially, there was the question of suitable equipment, especially with regard to the routing and the passage through Vienna's city centre. The transport technology had to be tested for optimal driving characteristics and its ability to negotiate curves. Finally, special equipment was used that is unique in Austria. Due to the gigantic dimensions of the transport, the route check turned out to be extremely complex. A major factor here was weight restrictions due to underground shafts and substructures in Vienna. To make the passage through Vienna possible at all, construction measures in the six-figure euro range were required. Roadworks on the A2 meant a direct route via the motorway was not feasible. In the end, it was necessary to go via Slovenia. This, in turn, necessitated the reconstruction of the Carinthia tunnel border crossing. And another roadworks also made a second alternative route imperative. Some of the trusses were lifted directly, others were assembled while still on the ground. The heaviest steel element had an individual weight of 165 tons. Such a large crane was not only in demand because of these high weights, but also because of the confined spatial conditions. The local conditions made it necessary to move with the load, a maneuver that is only possible with a crawler crane. The complex lifting logistics were rounded off with a 500-ton telescopic crane with 42-meter luff that replaced the 600-ton crawler crane after around a week and a half. With a system length of 79.2 meters, it mastered the final strokes in two different places. Cooperation of all stakeholders in the run-up to the event made this unique undertaking a complete success.